Hello friends, it's Astro here and welcome back to the Needy Nerds prison where... look how well we're doing, he says, ominously. Well, look, we're doing pretty well, honestly. We've got a whole bunch of cells up and running. We've got a couple of solitary cells that are, ready to rock and roll. Visitation has been expanded. We've got paroles ready to roll. Everything is kind of chugging along, except for this guy. Dan, why... Wait, where did he go? There he is. This guy, Mr. Young, why are you showering in the holding cell? Let's just unpause this and see where he goes. Does he have a cell of his own? He does. He's just decided to go into the holding cell. Oh no, where are you going? Where are you going, you big Burke? He's making a phone call. Okay, look. I saw him showering in here. I'm hoping that doesn't mean that he is assigned to the holding cell because I kind of don't want anyone to be assigned there unless they're, needing to be there. I tell you what, let's double check in our policy. Now, remember, as part of the rules, serious injury and murder can't be modified. I can't touch these. I mean, I could add other ones in, but no, serious injury and murder, not going to touch those. But I'm going to turn cell quality ratings off because at the moment, the guys that are in here, as was pointed out in the comments, if I look at the cell quality, so these are 2/4, which means that the guy who's in here needs a cell that's quality 2, and the room itself is a /4. /4? It's a cell quality 4. This guy 4, the room is a 5. Why is that a 5 and that one's a 4? 5, 4. Outdoor window. Oh, that's no longer an outdoor window. Whoopsie daisy. Okay, well, I did slightly mess up this cell block. That will happen. That is something that I can occasionally cock up, but it seems that in this case, yeah, these guys just get to stare through at a bunch of locked solitary doors, or in the case of these guys here, nothing. So, sorry chaps, I have kind of ruined that for you. But, these things do happen, don't they? Okay, let's get cracking. Let's get spinning along. We're in eat time at the moment, so everyone should be nomming away on some delicious... he needs to do a wee, as does he. Oh, and they have all just peed in the canteen. And their pee is green, which I'm not super thrilled about, but I think that that's something that we should potentially fix for them. And we can, relatively easily. So all we need to do is just pop in a couple of toilets like this, and we may as well put some... Actually, let's cancel those. We'll put them further down, shall we? So we'll pop in some toilets here and here, and some shower heads here and here, and some drains, right? Just like that. And you know what? We may as well have, in the workout zone here, we're going to have some showers as well. So when people roll off the weights bench, and they've had their fill of pumping iron, I believe it's called. Once they're done with that, they can go, righto, let's have a cheeky little shower and make ourselves just feel all shiny and new. And we'll hook all of this stuff up the same way. It should have enough juice to get from here to there. That should be plenty fine enough. I'll tell you what though, one of the other things that was pointed out to me was that letting them out into the yard, one of the things that we came to realize with a bit of to and fro in the old comment section was that getting out into the yard, if we have a look at logistics here, it's freaking cold out there. I mean, it's 16 at the moment, which isn't too bad. But if it does dip into wintertime and it gets very cold, locking people in the yard for 2 hours may not be to their liking. So let's get into our regime here, and we'll change that yard to just a flat free time, right? So those guys, instead of going out into the yard and being forced to hang out there where there's nothing but a single phone booth and freezing coldness, potentially, not at the moment because it's summertime, but later on in the year, yeah, standing out there in the cold for no particular reason. If you want to go to the common room instead, knock yourself out. Enjoy yourself. Just chill out in there, make a phone call, to Domino's, and order a pizza to the guy who framed you up, and giggle and laugh as he has to pay for a stack of pepperoni pizzas, even though he's a vegan lawyer. Vegan. There you go. That's We're talking about vegan lawyers for no sake. I don't know what I'm talking about. What am I talking about? Where are we? What are we trying to achieve? What's going on? Okay, let's have a crack at getting the rest of these guards in here. 2, 3, 4, 5. And we need 3 guards assigned in on patrol routes. So let's get into deployment. Let's get onto guard patrols. I don't have the thing that lets me do the assigning guards in certain times of the day. So let's just do it like this. And we'll have one patrolling up and down here. And then we can go 1, 2, 3. Theoretically, I should have one. I tell you what, I should have one just patrolling up and down this corridor, right? And this one can go. Actually, you know what? These 2 can go. Let's have one in the canteen and then one in the holding cell, right? And this will help to protect. By having guards patrolling these 3 main lines, we should theoretically have all these doors looked after, but we should also theoretically, I mean, there's a lot of theory in the way that I play this game, isn't there? And not in the good kind. Not in the Pete Complete sort of, I know what the hell I'm talking about. This is all just me, like, totally going, yeah, that should do the trick, right? Isn't that how it works? Yeah, that's totally how this works out. But it's fine. It's fine. This is, you know, it's fun. Let's explore this together, shall we? We'll try wacky and crazy things like, you know, having prisoners that we are never allowed to release if they get beyond a certain level, which thankfully that hasn't happened yet because we've been able to keep this underway. Oh, and number 1 is a calming warden, I've just realized. And staff morale is high. So, we just need to keep plodding along. We've got 4 prisoners at the moment out of a possible 16. 1 more coming in 2 hours and 20 minutes. And I think, yeah, I think we're doing pretty well. Okay, so with that in mind, are there any new grants that we need to take care of? I think there probably are. So let's have a little looky-loo here. Governmental security ratings, that's probably not a bad idea. Prisoner acclimatization and engagement. Laundry, kitchen, and cleaning cupboard jobs. Well, you know what? We do need a laundry, right? Because at the moment, these guys don't have any way to get new, fresh clothes. So let's get that one underway. Reform through education, I'm not thrilled about, quite frankly. Because these guys are going to be here for such a short period of time in their stay, I don't think that educating them is really going to help us out. And in fact, they're probably not even going to want to do any work. So that's going to make things a little bit tricksy. And then, I guess, governmental security ratings, that's going to bite us with, like, by having 2 dog handlers and 2 armed guards. They're very expensive per day. But what we'll do is we'll take the 30 grand and we'll use that to get ourselves set up. And from here, we can then go, you know, we'll build out those other objects that we want. And then we can move on from there and do whatever it is that we decide to do. Okay, so let's get a bit of cheeky planning underway. I feel like we're going to need a nice 2-wide corridor. And that'll have a door. I tell you what, I'll actually draw the doors in this time, shall I? We'll have a door here, into the corridor. And then up in this top neck of the woods, we're going to have... What did we need? A laundry. So just a laundry to begin with. And it doesn't need to be that big. I think probably that big will do us. With like, maybe 1 more. Right? And like that. And that way we can have like 2 washing machines and 4 irons is probably enough. Like, the irons are like 2 by 2, aren't they? So they can, oop, there we go. So they can go either side like this, the ironing boards. And then we can have like 2 washing machines at the top there to get us underway. And I think that'll be good. I think that'll like get us started quite nicely. Okay, let's do that then. Let's get some foundations of the concrete variety underway. And if we draw out this guy like this and that guy like that, and I'll let the boys prep it up. I'll let them get it, you know, close to what it needs to be. And I'll put a staff door that kind of goes out into the corridor here to provide a secondary entrance into reception, although that does void this solitary door. Okay, I'll tell you what. I've changed my mind. As I am wont to do, I have changed my mind. And I'm going to remove that door because I think that it is a silly idea. So we'll pop a brick wall back in there. We'll get ourselves a large jail door. And we'll have a couple of lights down this corridor, just like this. Just dotted along nice. Oh, delightful. And we can have some lights just above the ironing stations here. Just like that. We may as well have one at the back of the laundry as well. Rooms, we're going to need a laundry. Laundry, there it is. And that can be donked right into there. Some electrometricity can go out. It doesn't need to go down there because that is already connected. So I can connect straight to there. Let's check before we go too much further how this guy is doing. It needs a little bit more power. Just a little bit to keep it ready for anything. Keep it for the 2 washing machines that we're about to throw at it. And these 2 laundry machines can go here and here. And then the irony boards, oh, they're 3 by 3. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Well, let's have them going this way then. And we'll remove our planning. And that planning. We can have a regular old door at the front here. And, ooh, is one of those going to complain because it's not accessible? I feel like it might do. Let's see. We'll give it a second. Yes, see, that one there is complaining because it can't be accessed directly. Let's just demolish. We'll dismantle all of these. Let's leave one. We'll get rid of all of them, and we'll just re-kafooble them slightly, so that instead of being like that, they can be like 1, 2, and then 1 there. There we go. They should all be accessible now, and then these laundry baskets should be fine as well. Good, 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 good. Okay, and we may as well get some fresh water up here. We can pipe it straight up like that. I don't believe that water to the laundry machines. Well, it's got the blue dot there, so it means that it only needs cold water. I suppose. What? Well, but it was like that on the other side. Now it's like that here as well. Okay. How do ironing boards work? Guys, does anyone know? I seem to be too much of a dangus to figure this out on my own. I guess the simplest way is for me to just slot it in there. And then... Oh, you know what I should have done? Oh, hang on. Look, check this out. Look. We'll do this, and this, and this. Right? And then we'll let that spin on. In fact, we'll accelerate these. And then let's get our objects back up and running here. And we'll get our ironing boards here and here. And then our washing machines here and here. Oh, look at this. It's like heading down to your local friendly neighborhood laundromat. Although, you know, my friendly neighborhood laundromat doesn't have an ironing board. They expect you to take your laundry home. Thankfully, I don't need to go there too often. I've got a washing machine at my house. But, you know, when you're washing a big thing like, you know, like my couch cover. Or, you know... something like that. Something that's really big that's kind of a bit awkward to wash. Sometimes your little washing machine doesn't quite cut it. Hey, these pipes don't quite make it all the way. That's a bit frustrating. Okay, cool. So that's taken care of. Oh. We've got another prisoner due for intake in 1 hour. We've got one due for release soon. But we're starting to move ahead. Like the number of prisoners is climbing. I wonder if this is going to be, you know, is this going to be how this sort of moves into the future, where we wind up with a climbing prison population? I kind of get the feeling that's how it's going to roll, and that's kind of what I wanted, you know. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Where are we? Work free time. It's 9 a.m. I feel like we should do a quick shakedown. We've got plenty of guards, so it shouldn't take us too long. And I feel like while they're doing their thing and figuring things out, we're going to get... How many? We need 3 prisoners in the cleaning cupboard. And we've only got... Hello? Oh, see? Well, it's a jolly good thing that I did that search, isn't it? A jolly good thing. Okay, so this cleaning cupboard is not sufficient. It's not large enough for what we want to do. So let's get ourselves a fresh little... A little concrete. It needs to be 3 by 3. So it needs to be this sort of size. So we get 3 across. And we can get that built in there. We can get ourselves a regular door. Hopefully the fence will serve to keep these guys in if they decide to make a little break for this door. But we're going to relocate the cleaning cupboard, right? So let's just, we'll unroom this. And then we're going to search for the cleaning cupboard. I'm too blind to see where it is just by looking. We'll pop in a couple of lights in there just to make it a little bit more pleasant. And how, actually, let's have a look at temperature up in this neck of the woods. Is it fine? It's 23 degrees. As far as I'm concerned, 23, well, it's 24 degrees outside. We may need to think about putting some radiators up here at some point, but for now, I think it's okay. All right, so prison labor. We can now fit 5 people in here. So 1, 2, 3. We'll put 3 in the laundry, and then we'll put 3 dudes in the kitchen, which means if there are 3 dudes in the kitchen, we kind of need to do, where is it? Programs. Kitchen, safety, and hygiene. There are 3 people interested in doing that. Or 2. Or 1. 2. 1. Okay. There are 3 guys who wanted a job, but I think that some of them may have found a job, either in the cleaning cupboard or the laundry, and as a result, they decided that maybe they didn't want to be a cook after all. And that's fine. If you guys want to change your mind, and instead of chopping up carrots and veggies and stuff, you want to go up here and mop floors or iron clothing, totally fine with either of those options. It's up to you. Like, your commitment to this prison is absolutely up to you. We've got some tunnels. We can remove those. Bonk, done. And we can keep an eye out for the 3 families who are going to be visiting at 8 a.m. and the new dude who's going to be arriving at 8 a.m. We do also have 1 staff member who is exhausted, but we've got our dudes resting up in here. We've got old Basil with his beautiful moustache playing some pool by himself, and Jolene just smashing down whatever the hell was on that food tray and leaving her dirty shit wherever she feels like it. I mean, it's fine. You know, you can do what you want to do, Jolene. Maybe if you want to go and drink a can of soda and then crush it and shove it down the toilet to block that up and make more work for the janitors, you know, if you're that kind of a person, you go ahead. You be you. You just carry on being a complete jerk. Cool. So, I didn't even... who's this guy? Adam Richardson. 1 year for drunken disorderly behavior. He's got a history of it too, as well as insider trading, forgery, indie video game piracy, and more forgery. What an absolute jerk. So after getting put down and spending... Like, he's been in and out of jail all this time, and now all he does is get pissed and pick fights. Which is, you know, honestly, not too bad, you know, compared to pirating indie video games. Because pirating indie video games, we've already discussed this, is just an unacceptable thing to do. If you want to play indie video games for free, then the best place to go is itch.io. And then if you enjoy the game, then just, you know, go ahead and donate to those crazy people who are making, you know, wicked game jam. Actually, shit, that reminds me. I am supposed to take part in one of the game jams that's going on. It's just wrapping up at the moment. It's called the TV show Game Jam, where every game is going to be based on a TV show. I've already had a little peek. I had a look at the previous one, which was the movie Game Jam, and that was pretty rad. There was a cool one. I'll have to do it, yeah. Maybe I'll just do a live stream and play as many of them as I can before my eyes start to bleed. But yeah, there was some really... Hello. You bastard. Well, that's going to take a dink out of my money, isn't it? Look, now we're down to 0 days. Alright. Shakedown. Let's get this place searched up. We've got plenty of guards. I mean, we've got 10 guards, which is a super good amount to have with this many prisoners. It means that we can get through a shakedown in a relatively short amount of time. We can find the poison that they have. We can basically just turn all their beds upside down and maybe give them a little, cheeky shove in the ribs so that, so that they know who's boss. And basically, while they're not looking, we can just give them a little bit of what for. And hopefully we can find wherever the hell this started. I'm guessing... I would have thought it would have started in one of these center cells. Maybe it was this one. But I would have expected that to dig straight down. Whereas here... Okay, maybe if I... Let's get into materials. We'll remove the tail end of the tunnel. And we'll see where that tunnel began. Shall we? Is it going to show me? It is. Holy Jiminy Cricket. So whoever was in there, GG. Nice work. You beat me. We're back up to 5 prisoners again. And yes. He's not the best. He's not the greatest. Maybe we should augment the challenge so anyone who attempts to escape... Nah. Attempts to escape is a fairly easy... Like, people attempt to escape all the time. I mean, the digging of the tunnels, they generally seem to make it out quite comfortably. But maybe anyone who tries to, leg it out the front door, maybe they should go up a level as well. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below if you think I should augment the challenge, right? So that, I mean, like I said, in policy, no touchy, right? These two, Let me know if this should join the list, right? If people try and escape, should they be relegated to the medium security wing of the prison, which currently does not exist, which I would then have to... Oh my god. Oh, what am I doing to myself? I don't want them to be in a shared environment. I'd want to have to build a whole new section with another kitchen and another canteen and another... all of that sort of crap. Oh, man. What am I setting up for myself here? I'm going to cause myself some grief. Oh, I tell you what. Objects. Oh, no, rooms. Export. Yeah. Have a little cheeky export zone there. We'll sell up the logs that we have lying about and get a little bit of extra cash for that. All right. Well, look, on that side thought, and, with things currently going relatively well, except for the fact that we are dumping $1,300 a day, the wood's going to help us out a little bit, but not enough for it to be really effective. Oh, well, there you go. There's a day's worth of losses that we've just made up. Essentially, in order to be profitable at the moment, I need to be paroling someone every roughly 2 days, which currently isn't happening. Actually, paroles count towards that, don't they? No, I don't know. Anyway, on that note, friends, thank you very much for joining me. I do hope that you've enjoyed this episode and that you're enjoying this series so far. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Stick a thumbs up on there if you think it's rad. Stick a thumbs down if you think I'm doing a poor job. And if you want to catch more of this, tap the subscribe button. And I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks, friends.